Everyone, T-Speaker 222 XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on XLM and Future Digibet OG. So guys, in order for me to even take Matic seriously, I've drawn it out. It has an uptrending support, but it's got a downtrending that we can see in the very, very short term. So what I'm looking for, if I were to take a chance on Matic would have to retrace and come back and test this uptrending support at about $1.07, $8. And then we can talk. Right now, it's much too risky. That would put us about somewhere past noon, 1, 2 o'clock, so we can see how this plays out. I think it's much too risky. That's why I said in my short that I wouldn't buy it yet. I think it's a risk. But if we can retrace and do this properly, and we see Matic at about $1.08 to $1.09, somewhere in that range, $1.07 to $1.09, that would mean it retraced down to low support. It's uptrending low support, which we've had for quite some time. We're in a consolidation, and it would kind of slap me in the face like Doge did when everybody thought it was about to break out. It came up, and then it almost tested its upper spot, and then it came right back down, which this is a little bit farther past that point. But I really think if we do due diligence, we might have a chance with this. You see where Doge came up, then it consolidated, caught everybody off guard, and then it pumped. Well, it didn't catch everybody off guard, but that's when most people are like, nope. Matic, you're going to have people in right now expecting a breakout. And I believe it's going to round the top here real quick, come down to this low support at $1.07 to $1.09, and then work its way through this trend. And this will give Bitcoin time to do what it needs to do, and it'll give us time to establish whether or not it's even worth the, a risk. But if Matic's down at $1.08 and it looks like it's going to hold this low uptrending support, in my opinion, it's definitely worth it. It hasn't had these breakouts at this last point like XRP. That's what I keep pointing to. It's come up, but it's been in a consolidation mode, and it hasn't had that straight up line yet like the rest of them. Straight up line for Matic puts it somewhere in that 127 to 143 range. And I would love to be all over that, especially if we got to dip down to $1.28. But I'm all over Bitcoin this morning. I'm all over the manipulation, and I'm all over this SEC hearing. So, I'm not going to give you the FUD. I told you guys not to FOMO at 28 cents on Doge and take your profits, and then you could figure it out. This is what I always say. Take your profits, and then we can figure it out when it retraces. Nothing goes straight up. So it's been a healthy pullback on Doge. Healthy pullback. Some 10 to 15% already people have lost from the top. I'm not saying it's done yet. What I am saying, though, is we're in a very critical spot on the patterns. Seeing a lot of red this morning, but some of them, if they can hold these levels, that's why I'm looking at Polygon. I'm looking at it very closely. You haven't really heard me talk about, Matic as far as a short squeeze potential, but if it does do what I'm looking at, I've went all the way back, done what I need to do, and it's just ironic how that ended up when I drew that. But it's true that we got an uptrending resistance, pretty consistent resistance line that we have to break out of to confirm a breakout. And that's up at, the 121 level. But the problem is we also have overhead resistance at like $1.15. That's being an absolute bitch, is why I think it's going to go back down to $1.08 possibly. But this is just the way I'm looking at it. This is how I would take a gamble. XRP, I don't buy and sell, so I don't buy it until I have a hold bag. That's my whole reason. I don't like to sell it when it's under $1. Makes me feel dirty. So, you guys know. You guys have been watching me for a long time. XRP, if we can hold this level, our next level, I've drawn out my, my support resistance lines as we move through the levels. This is something that I am going back to because this is something that I had a lot of fun with. And there will be a point where it's going to be mostly XRP, XLM, DGB again, where I only cover, and then cover the breakouts of others. But that's the routine we're going to get back into, especially when we go through this next crash, because it's coming, it's imminent. It's just we got to get through this last part of this pattern. Everybody thinks we're in a bull market. When everybody's screaming wolf, well, they usually turn out to be sheep. So take those Lone Rangers, like Buzz Lightyear said, to infinity and beyond. And if you follow the station, you're not going to get caught up in all the bullshit, and you will go to infinity and beyond. T-Speaker 222 XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on XLM and Future Digibet OG. I don't know about you guys, but the volume coming down is not doing this justice right now. You do not want to see the volume crashing as it has in the last Well, I mean, you can just look at it. We were at that point where we were, you know, we should be getting in a 4-hour section. When we run in the 1 minute, I've shown you this in the past, 1 million per minute is when it's a real bull market. You're talking 4 hours and XRP's barely getting to the millions. Barely. So I'm saying we have to be logical here. I know all the other stations fudge you. I get it. 20 million, 21 million. That's our average right now over here. And look how low it's getting though, guys. This is the alarming thing. We have a 20 million average volume and dropping. But over here we've only had, well, not very much volume, 667,000, but we just started this. So in 2 hours we've had 667,000 in volume on XRP. In 2 hours. Just yesterday when we were coming up, you got right here, look. You got 8 million, 4 million, 3 million, 2 million. Even though that's not traditional, 3 million. Now I got 667,000. Man, the volume dried up a lot. We're going to have to see what happens at this level. I have a feeling everything's waiting for that 12 o'clock. That's why I would, honestly, even if you have profits, if you're in a position, I would be worried about the 12 o'clock. Because if they announce a crypto tax, you might have a sudden drop before a nice spike. Like you could drop off huge and then have a rally. So let's pay attention. This is some big news to cover today. Let's watch Matic and see what it ends up doing. Stay true, stay blessed.